Alright, let's continue with this character. I don't even remember where I'm at this point. I have no idea what's going on with Borderlands. So, I played through all of Borderlands 3, and then when okay. So, I need to explain a few things about Borderlands 3. So, I have the Platinum Trophy for Borderlands 3 for the PlayStation 4 version of the game. Now, you can upload your save from your PS4 version to your PS5 version, which I now have the PS5 version of Borderlands 3. However, hey, what's up? However, as I was saying, so I uploaded my PS4 version to PS5, my character, which is Zane, level 72. That's good. However, not all of the trophies popped, and so I have to replay it, and so I decided to replay it as Moe's. So that's why. So, if you go down here, see, this is the Borderlands 3 PS5 version, right? And this, go down and go down, is the Borderlands 3 PS4 version. 100% of that. I also did 100% High on Life, and I'm working on High on Life 2. So I just started High on Life 2, because, so I wanted to buy a physical copy of High on Life. I don't know, honestly, I just play video games and babble about video games, and people show up, people don't show up. I don't know. I've not been very regular between Ramadan and some things going on at work. I haven't been live streaming very regularly. I just want to play video games, honestly. Hey, Mr. Dystopian. So, like last week, I was too busy playing video games. See, that's how you know this is not like a thing for me. I played video games all last weekend. I just didn't live stream it. I've been playing a lot of Gunfire Reborn. So that's the thing. So, I finished the campaign for Borderlands 4. And that's what I'm trying to remember. What am I up to with my Moe's character? Because, I don't remember, because it's been a while since I played Moe's. I don't even know what's the state. Oh, I think I have that kick-ass sidearm, hand pistol, whatever. So let's see. Yes, this beauty, and I think it has Inferno too. I don't even remember. So, I'm going to say some controversial. So, okay. Alright, I gotta pause then. Alright, so, first off, about High on Life. What you do with High on Life is, see, I'm used to having a radio at work, so I kind of blur it out. Like, it took me a while to realize that I'm kind of used to hearing chatter all of the time and kind of just blurring it out and, like, not paying attention at all to the chatter. So for me, it's not a big deal. However, you can turn off the chatter. This is important. It's in the settings, you can turn off the chatter. I don't turn off the chatter because I don't even notice it half the time. And some of the characters I really do like. I like Gus a lot. Gus is fun. Okay. So, that's important about High on Life. Wildfire Galaxy, I've heard I've heard it's a great movie, but it's a kid movie. But anyway, second, Borderlands 2 versus Borderlands 3. So, Borderlands 2 has a better story. But I will say this. Borderlands 3 has some updates to it in quality of life that are better than Borderlands 3. I mean, Borderlands 2. So the story for Borderlands 2 is definitely better than Borderlands 3, but some of the mechanics in Borderlands 3 and the worlds in Borderlands 3 are much better than Borderlands 2. So like, for example, I love the spaceship and the different planets you get to go to in Borderlands 3 that you don't have in Borderlands, what guns do I have? Oh, I do have, yeah, thingy. So the thing is, I will say this about the Borderlands 3 story that most people will not like me to say. Borderlands 3 has a better story than Borderlands 4. Some of the dialogue is intolerable cringe. I will not deny that. But it's the dialogue. The actual story itself is better. And even the unlikable characters of Borderlands 3, you know what? Screw it. They're more memorable than the characters in Borderlands 4. Can anyone even remember any of the real... And I mean, the Timekeeper was boring. Honestly, I keep thinking of, like, Chris Rock or something when I see the Timekeeper. I don't even think of, like, Trump or anything. No, I just think of, like... The story is stupid. At least there's some surprises in Borderlands 3. I mean, did you know that Troy and Tyreen are the children of Typhon de Leon? You find that out later in the game. So there are some unexpected twists and turns to the story. Is Maya and is the little what's the game? Her name is Maya, right? Amara, whatever the hell. She's annoying, but she's annoying because her dialogue is bad. The villains in 4 are boring. I mean, look at these guys. They even did the bandits dirty in Borderlands. I mean, the number of enemy types in Borderlands 3 are so much more than Borderlands 4. They're more fun. They're more memorable. It's not the same. They're so generic and boring and dull in Borderlands 4. Like, there's nothing fun about Borderlands 4. The bosses are boring. I think the only one I remember right now is the one I'm fighting, which is the Christmas one. Which is okay. Because that was actually unique. But one of the things that made Borderlands was having crazy, psychotic, lunatic enemies that have crazy lines, crazy attitude, crazy names, and are just all Borderlands. The Borderlands 4 is boring. It doesn't have that unique Borderlands twist, that dark humor that kind of messes with your head. I agree with 2 has the best story. But for example, the fact that you can just pick everything up. Okay, so the fast travel system is better in 3. The weapons are better in 3. So there are some things that are game related that I think are better in 3. But like, I like the character I'm playing in Borderlands 4. I really like Rafa. I like the double jump. I like the change with the rocket launcher. Like the addition of that. I do like. But I hate the weapons in Borderlands 4. Oh, I totally agree. Handsome Jack is the best. There's no replacing Handsome Jack. Handsome Jack is the best villain, and they know it, and they failed at that so badly. They could not get a better villain. Like, but at least, you know what? I'll say this. Troy and Tyreen are better villains than the Timekeeper. You want to kill Troy and Tyreen. Whoa. You want to kill them. They're so annoying. You want to kill Troy and Tyreen. They're annoying. You hate them. But they also have an interesting backstory that makes them unique. Oh, damn, I'm going to go down. Troy and Tyreen at least were more memorable enemies. The Timekeeper is boring. Everything, on top of that, you know what? I have something I do not even understand. How do you even defeat the Timekeeper? If he can control you, then why does he let you kill him? Oh yeah, I know what you mean about that. I've reached that point where the only things I take are the gold, the which would the orange ones. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah. But you know what pisses me off in 4 is the fact that I don't get any orange ones in 4. On top of that, I get nothing with elemental damage. It's so annoying. I need to do elemental damage, and I have nothing except like 1 or 2 weapons that do elemental damage. And I'm getting all these weapons and nothing. I mean, here, I've learned in Borderlands, you do not want weapons that don't do elemental damage. Flat out, you want weapons that do elemental damage. That's the only way to go with Borderlands, right? I'm getting nothing in 4 that does elemental. It's taking me forever to do enough damage on this enemy because I don't have enough elemental damage. It's very annoying. I keep getting junk. Wait one sec. And that's what's so annoying. But that's why I prefer the weapons in Borderlands 3 over the weapons in Borderlands 4, because at least I'm getting weapons that I can use, because I need elemental damage. Everything takes forever to kill. It's like I finally have a sniper rifle. On top of that, just the whole world feels like, oh, you brought in this, like I said, the Borderlands 4, right? Borderlands 3. So this is just the base game, because I didn't do any of the DLC. I haven't locked any of it on this character, right? You have 4 planets, and each one of them has their own different kind of enemies. Wait for it to go on sale. If you wait, I mean, I've seen it online in retail. They've dropped the price to $50 for this game. The full game, physical copies, is like they lowered the price to $50, right? I've seen it in physical copies for like $50, and it goes on sale for less. The digital should be going on sale. It's already on sale, but it should go even more because they just came out with a DLC that nobody's playing. Nobody's playing the DLC. I haven't played it yet. That's why I finally finished the campaign. I'm going to play the DLC because I hear the new Vault Hunter Cash is actually pretty good. Cash. But I like Rafa. Where are you? Oh, wait a minute. I just need to leave. So, the reason I'm thinking about 4 is I finally beat the campaign. Yeah, mooch off a friend then. Totally mooch off. I mean, for example, this. One of the things I absolutely love is the fact that you can do refill ammo. Refill ammo is great. That addition where they're like, yeah, refill ammo. Okay, that's cool. That wasn't in 2. I love the refill. Whenever I go back to play 2, because I've been playing 2, I want to finish 2 as well, and get the platinum trophy for 2. One of the things I like, so there's a lot of small updates that make 3. I love 3 so much more. I think the DLC for 3 is great. I haven't played the DLC for 2. It's a lot more involved. Oh, right. That's the other thing I like about. Like, the fast travel in 3 is great. It's not, I mean, like right here, I have to, like, run all the way here, which is not going to be fun. But it's still better than, So that's why I like 2. I definitely like 2. My brother has not been home in a while because he lost his... It's complicated. He has not... He's getting married, and he hasn't been able to... He was going to head over to out of state to where his house... He told me to also tell people not to use the address anymore because he's not going very often and hasn't been going very often. So it's probably sitting at his place. But, yeah, it's... On the positive side, he's getting married, which is kind of cool. One sec. So... Why is everything so complicated? But, anyway, one sec. So, okay. I just finished 4. I just finished the campaign for 4. Okay? I just finished the campaign for 4, and I'll tell you this. I do not like the campaign for 4. It's stupid. The characters are unlikable and boring. The whole thing about it is boring. I don't like 4. All the people are like, that's Trump. No, that's not true. Yeah, I can see how you can... I mean, you can see how the story was formed with people thinking about Trump in mind. The story is stupid. It's a copy of every other story, okay? What did Ballas do when he became leader in Warframe during the New War? Okay, because he has people staying there, like he rents it out. Wait a sec. So what happens in Warframe: The New War? Ballas veils everybody and enslaves everybody. There's still more depth to it, but it's a dead, overused trope. What happens in this one? Dude puts stuff in your head and makes you fall. At least you know what? At least with Ballas, it makes sense. If you're not wearing a veil, you cannot be controlled, right? So Visa doesn't have a veil on, right? You get rid of the veil, you're not being controlled, right? At one point, your Vault Hunter is taken over by the Timekeeper. And other people you care are taken over by the Timekeeper. And then you're supposed to fight the Timekeeper? Like, explain to me how you can fight him. If I were the Timekeeper, I'd be like, okay, I control your brain now, and I'll do whatever I want. But the Timekeeper is a boring enemy that has no imagination to him. With matters that everything has to be... I mean, you like, when I say it's an analogy to Trump, I can see where they were influenced by it, but I personally would not consider the Timekeeper Trump. Honestly, he looks like a black man. Every time I looked at him, I'm like, how did you get Trump out of that? That does not look like Trump at all. He looks like gold, but, like... I thought he was black. I'm not sorry. He doesn't look like a white dude. He doesn't look like a white dude. He's like gold, kinda brownish. He doesn't look black. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. So for me, I think a lot of it, the thing is, I think it's an overused trope. This whole, I can see where maybe they were influenced, they were trying to, but they were not trying to be as blatantly obvious as other people in the whole, we're making it into Trump kind of thing. But, like at one point, Rafa makes an unironic comment about ableism, which is like, okay, that was dumb. That was incredibly dumb. Unironically, using the word ableism to me is kind of dumb. But then I've already been labeled a stupid ableist because I think glasses wouldn't exist in the world of Destiny. So what do I know on the whole thing? The thing is also, I like the trinkets. See, you can see the little trinket hanging from my gun. I'm kind of lost. I keep ending up in the same spot. Okay. Alright, you guys. Really? Do you really want to die that much? Because I wasn't going to shoot any of you. The only problem is... Like, the other thing I don't understand, alright, I gotta ask a question. There's something I don't understand, and I really don't understand this. Why is everybody saying that the only people who don't like Marathon are chuds? Alright? Am I a self-identified chud? Yes. Do I fit in with the chud group? Am I part of the chuds? Am I a proud card-carrying chud? Yes. Yes, I am. I won't deny it. But that's not why I don't like Marathon. Please, somebody help me to understand that. Okay? I don't like Marathon because it destroyed Destiny 2. Alright? Okay? It could be the most base game ever made. Okay? With mega chuds. And hell, you could play as Trump with a MAGA hat. And I'd be like, I hate this game with an undying passion because it destroyed Destiny. So, I don't understand this whole, you're a chud if you don't like Marathon. Yeah, I'm a chud. Have no doubt about it. I fit the chud definition 100%. I'm part of the chudness. Won't deny it. Okay, definitely chud. But I think I need to go this way. No, I don't think. Okay. Let's try there. So, yeah. Oh, Marathon, the thing is, even if Marathon was the greatest game ever made, which it is not, okay? Marathon is not the great, even if Marathon, which we know it's not, okay? We all know Marathon is not the greatest game ever made, okay? But even if it was the greatest game ever made, I am not playing Marathon because it destroyed Destiny 2. So, I enjoy it dying. You used it. You used that as an excuse to kill off my favorite game. So why should I celebrate Marathon? Absolutely not. I'm not going to celebrate Marathon. I'm going to make a whole video about it. You know what? To hell with it. I haven't made a video in a while. I'm going to make a video about how much I hate Marathon with an undying passion. And it has nothing to do with the fact that I am a self-proclaimed mega chud. Because, yes, am I a chud? Yes. I am absolutely a chud. About the game. No, I can understand people not caring about it at all. For me, I have a lot of problems with it because it destroyed Destiny. Wokeness and Marathon are the two things that killed Destiny, okay? Wokeness definitely destroyed Destiny. No doubt about it. Wait a minute, so... There is a way to go there. I know there is. Okay. But, okay, how am I supposed to get there? Alright, we're going this way. Okay. I don't care about Marathon because they destroyed Destiny with him. Burn Lady! See, look at these villains. Come on, these are. Do you have? There's nothing like this, and they're not as creative in Borderlands 4. They're not, okay? They're not. Okay. I don't know where I'm going. Okay. Hang on a sec. Well, he's right about that. Everything woke. That's why I hate wokeness. It's destroyed everything I care about. Starfleet Academy, Star Wars, Doctor Who, Destiny. Every video game, they keep destroying everything. So no, I'm not gonna pretend. Yeah, wokeness destroyed Destiny too, but so did Marathon. And I don't understand this whole, oh, you have to be a chud to hate Marathon. Burn El Dragon, Junior. I'm not gonna pretend that it didn't happen. You destroyed Destiny for some stupid You want to know why? Why? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Marathon, okay, is an extraction shooter. You want to know why Marathon is an extraction shooter? It's simple. It's lazy. No, because they have a second season. I don't want another season of that shit. I know they made a second season. They should be like, it's not worth it to even release the second season. No. Everyone's like, yay, it's been canceled. Nah, it's not enough. It should be canceled and the second season should be scrapped. They still have to produce it. All the production has been done, but they still need to do post-production. You want to know my opinion? It should be completely canceled. There should be no, oh, yeah, we're going to release the second. No, it should be, we screwed up with this garbage. We've already destroyed the Star Trek name, but you know what? We're going to not destroy it even more by continuing this garbage BS nonsense. Nobody watched it. Nobody wants it. Don't waste your time releasing it, you idiots. Don't. Okay? That's my opinion. Well, wait a second. Okay, now that is cool. That I want to see. That Terminator as in Terminator. As an Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator, right? Okay, now that is cool. I think they should be like, nah, we messed up on this one. We're sorry. We're not even going to release season 2. In fact, we have bad news. Everybody in Starfleet Academy died tragically because the Corpus came in and killed them all because they were doing them a favor. See, the Corpus were like, you know what? We're getting really well along with the Starfleet people. We're going to do them a favor, and we're going to kill the entire Starfleet Academy thing. Or the Grenier came and killed them all, and the Corpus were like, look, they clearly weren't efficient enough, or profitable enough, or worthy of survival enough. Let them just die. They're stupid. No. Okay, that's still cool. That is still cool, though. That is still definitely cool. Anything Terminator's cool of the early Terminator kind. That's still cool. So, no. Okay? Just, no. It should be like, we're never going to do this again. We're canceling it right now. This is not a success. This is not a great thing. This is, oh, they're still releasing the second season. They should not be releasing the second season. Okay? No. That is not a victory of any kind. And they should be apologizing to us. Though honestly, I will say, really, combining Star Trek and Warframe has made me realize just how ridiculous in reality Star Trek would be. Because, I mean, I love the fact that I had the Corpus. They're like, you wear cloth uniforms. And your ships are like nurseries, and the Corpus are just like that don't make sense. Do you like? I love when just warning you. My cat. Look what my cat did to my chair. She clawed it to pieces. Yes. I don't care about the reviews. The people, okay, I'm just, you know what? All right. I don't care about the reviews on Marathon. And I'm going to say this to Aztecross, to any one of the true Vanguard. First of all, let me just say this, okay? Sorry I'm pausing the game, but I'm going to say this. First of all, a message to Smash JT. Because Smash JT is adorable. I'm not going to deny it. I have to admit it. Smash JT, this is coming from a Destiny 2 person, all right? Smash, you're adorable. You want to know why you're adorable? Because you're dealing with Destiny 2 fans for the first time. Smash JT actually had a video from Aztecross at some point playing on his video, right? He's responding to Aztecross and to True Vanguard on Twitter. True Vanguard. Dude, he's called True Vanguard. Obviously, he's a Destiny 2 person. Smash, you are dealing with Destiny 2 players for the first time. It is hilarious to see all the normies out there who aren't Destiny 2 fans or people who haven't played Destiny 2 in years suddenly face Destiny 2 fans. This isn't me criticizing him. Like I said, Smash JT to me is adorable because he's dealing with it for the first time. Okay? Hypnotic, Smash JT, all of these people who have not played Destiny 2 ever, or who haven't played Destiny 2 in years, have never dealt with the insanity that is Destiny 2 fans. I know, because I have learned that there are certain things, if I posted on Twitter, which I don't even go on Twitter very often, but when I post it, I know the most rabid Destiny 2 fans are going to come out and they're going to act like psychotic lunatics. There is gamers, there are woke-tards, and then there are the Destiny 2 fans. The handful of people who have absolutely no personality except Destiny 2. And Smash JT and Hypnotic and all these normal people who are gamers, so not true normies, but aren't Destiny 2 fans, have no idea what they're dealing with. It's like, I don't understand it. They're acting like crazies. Why are they such Bungie bros? They call them the Bungie bros, right? Why are they so obsessed? Why are they so... It's like, Smash? Smash? Smash. That's normal. Hey, what's up? I'm sorry, I'm going into this whole thing. Smash, and I'm going to make a video just for Smash, because I haven't made videos in a while, except my Destiny ones. Smash, these are Destiny 2 fans. This is normal. You are reacting to True Vanguard. You're reacting to Aztecross. You're reacting to Mactics. You're reacting to people who have... Yeah, the Bungie bros or the Bungie bots. And the thing is, they have never dealt with Bungie bros before. So they're utterly baffled. They're like, oh my god, I don't understand why they're so fanatic and crazy about Destiny, about Marathon. Yeah, because that's exactly how they are about Destiny 2. They have no personality other than Destiny 2. And now that Destiny 2 is starting to die off, right? What are they doing? They're putting that obsession into Marathon. Seriously, I like Aztecross when he plays other games, but dude is definitely, I didn't even realize, I haven't even watched Aztecross in a while because I didn't want to hear about Marathon. Okay? But I was surprised. I thought he would actually be realistic and critical of Marathon. So when I saw that he was one of the Bungie bots defending Marathon, I'm like, okay, then yeah, my respect for Aztecross has dropped. Because you're not a Destiny 2 player then. I'm going to flat out say this to all the Destiny 2 people defending Marathon. You're not Destiny 2 fans. Aztecross and True Vanguard and all of you people who call yourselves Destiny 2 fans, you're not. Because you are celebrating the very thing that destroyed Destiny 2. If you cared about Destiny 2, if you cared about Destiny 2, you would not be defending Marathon. It's not the chuds who are against Marathon. It's anyone who genuinely cared about Destiny 2. I'll admit it. I'm not into extraction shooters, okay? I'm not into PvP. So, Marathon isn't even made for me. I might have tried it out of curiosity, but I'm not going to try it no matter how good of an extraction shooter it is, because you destroyed Destiny 2. And so all of the normies out there, outside of the world of Destiny 2, are dealing with the world of Destiny 2 for the first time. And they're like, dude, this is the norm for people in the world of Destiny 2, which is one of the reasons why I don't get involved or post any, even Warframe people are pretty sane. Like, I've gotten a few attacks from the people on the Rainbow Mafia side of Warframe, okay? They're only on Twitter. The majority of Warframe people are pretty sane. It's just the Rainbow Mafia that goes absolutely... But then that's the norm for the Rainbow Mafia, okay? You have Rainbow Mafia in anything, and they're batshit crazy, okay? So, you have the Rainbow Mafia, but then you don't need to be Rainbow Mafia to be crazy Destiny 2. Okay? And so, like I said, I keep seeing Smash JT making videos about the Bungie Bros and being blown away by how crazy they are. And I just want to say, that's why I said, Smash JT, you're adorable. Because you have no idea what you're dealing with. Because you aren't a Destiny 2 person. And you haven't played Destiny 2. Either you have never played it or you haven't played it in a very long time. Hypnotic is the same. Hypnotic hasn't played Destiny 2 in a very long time, so he doesn't know what the true crazy fanatic Destiny 2 fans are like. I mean, I never expected to see Aztecross coming up in a video by Smash JT or True Vanguard. Dude, he's called True Vanguard. If you've played Destiny 2, you know that is a Destiny 2 name. Because Vanguard. So it's like, yeah, you want to go up to Smash and be like, and I even commented a few times on his video. I'm like, it's so funny seeing you normies dealing with Destiny 2 fans, Destiny 2 crazies. Like, if you criticize Destiny 2 in any way, some people are going to come, even if you're 100% true in your criticism, they're going to come at you like crazed lunatics. And now they've jumped onto the marathon bandwagon. And they have the mainstream media on their back. Because the mainstream media was no longer defending Destiny 2 very much. They'd given up on Destiny 2. But, I mean, even Paul Tassi at one point was criticizing Destiny 2. So that's why it's like, I need to catch a live stream with Smash JT and be like, hey, we gotta talk, man. You have no idea what you're dealing with. You are dealing with the Bungie Bros, and they are crazy, man. They are crazy. You have no clue. But like I said, it's so funny to see these normies reacting to people like Aztecross and True Vanguard and all of these real Destiny bros who are like, defend Destiny to the end kind of thing. So yeah, like you said, you sweet summer child, a Smash. Sorry. The only time I liked Aztecross was when he played other games. I have to give him credit. As much as I don't agree with his takes on Destiny 2, at least he has the decency. He plays other games, so his opinions are more broad than someone who's never played anything but Destiny 2. But honestly, I have not watched Aztecross in a while because all I saw was videos about Marathon. And I was like, there's no way Aztecross, of all people, is defending Marathon. There's no way Aztecross is supporting Marathon. I'm like, the raiders in Destiny 2, people who are known for raiding in Destiny 2, defending an extraction shooter? Are you kidding me? That's like me coming out there and going, yeah, I'm gonna defend dating sims. Like, can you imagine if, have you ever seen me defend or talk favorably about the dating romance part of Warframe? I think it's the dumbest thing in all of Warframe. I get bored. I have not finished Warframe 1999 because I find the dating part boring as hell. All right? So, that's like me being able to criticize, like, I don't know. But just... But that's why it's just so funny to see these people who are like, who've never dealt with. Now, on the other hand, stop doing that. I mean, I really don't understand. Damn. Oh. I didn't realize that. So, I don't understand, and I would like somebody to help me understand this, because I really don't understand this. How can you call yourself a fan of Destiny, okay, and yet defend Marathon? Please help me understand that. That's like, I gave the example 2 weeks ago. My example was simple. You find out your best friend has been murdered, okay? And you find out who murdered him. And there's no doubt in the world that this is the person who committed the crime, right? You know who did it beyond a doubt, right? You know who ended you 100%, right? Okay? No doubt about it. And what do? You defend that person. You're like, you know what? I don't think you should. You murdered my best friend. But here's some money to get a lawyer, and I'm going to come up with an alibi for you, even though I know for a fact and I saw you literally murder my friend in front of my face. I'm going to defend you anyway. That's the exact same thing as what they did with Destiny 2. Like, oh, you wasted resources and time on Destiny, on Marathon instead of Destiny 2. That's okay. Okay? But you know what? Anyway, so that's my. I need to do something. I need to get back to making videos, right? Because I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. See, you don't have funny stuff like that in Borderlands 4. You know, tongue scrapers. Okay, here we go. So anyway, yeah. Now I'm going to stand by my personal view that the story for Borderlands 3 is not that bad. All right? What? Because keep in mind, what do we always... The criticism of Borderlands 3 is not the story, okay? The criticism are and honestly, you know what? After having played Borderlands 4, I'm going to say, you know what? I prefer Troy and Tyreen. I prefer Troy and Tyreen over, why does my femaleness matter, Kick? Why do you need to know that I am femaleness? Okay? Okay? See, there's more... just look at this game and then tell me... How do I get over there? There's a way to get over there. I know there is, and I forgot how. Because I've obviously been there. Let's see. Okay, so there, if 1 sec. Sort by mission type. Sort by region. Okay, where am I? Region, okay. Oh, because I don't have the main story selected. Ah, that explains everything. Okay. I still think, though, Borderlands 3... Because, again, it's more fun. Just... I want someone who's played Borderlands 4 to tell me what they remember out of Borderlands 4. The people who are playing Borderlands 4 are not playing it for the story. They're playing it for the new guns, the new loot, the new grind, and all of that. They're not playing it for the story. And the story is unbearable and intolerable. As I, on the other hand, find Borderlands 3 fun. I actually find Borderlands 3 a lot of fun. So I said this is when I finished Tiny Tina's Wonderland, I uninstalled it. When I finished High on Life, I uninstalled it. Borderlands 3 I'm going to keep installed. Because Borderlands 3 is fun. And you know the worst part, right? So I'm like, all right. You know, at this point, right, given how cheap, it is boring. Because it isn't just the story is boring. The enemies are boring. Look, going to say this. Troy and Tyreen are better than anything in Borderlands 4. You hate Troy and Tyreen. They're annoying. It's sort of like that quote where they say hate is still better than apathy. The Timekeeper is boring. There's no hate for the Timekeeper. I don't even see the people who are like, oh yeah, he's just a cheap Trump copy. Nah, nobody cares about the Timekeeper. He's boring. He is actually boring. And honestly, he looks like a black guy. I'm sorry, he don't look like Trump. He looks like a black dude. He definitely don't look like Trump. At most, his suit might make me think Trump. He don't remind me of Trump at all. Yes, no, that's what everybody says. Indifference is worse than hate. Because hate still means you care. Like, for me, at one point, I was very angry about Destiny 2, right? Now, I haven't played Destiny 2 in months. Okay? So I don't care. It's like with Neon and Clownfish TV, where he's like, he doesn't even care anymore. He doesn't have the energy to even hate. Yes. Everybody, okay, if you ask anybody, Borderlands 3, everyone's going to remember Troy and Tyreen immediately. You want to know who I'm going to remember? Aurelia, or whatever her name. I can't say her name correctly, but the Ice Queen lady. Okay? I'm going to remember that bouncy dude. I'm going to remember the first villain. I'm going to remember the many different maps. The fact that it's interstellar, interplanetary. I'm going to remember the things I love and the things I hate. Borderlands 4? I can't remember the names of the, or even, they all look the same. It's like with Clownfish TV with Neon, where he's like, he doesn't care about Star Wars. He doesn't even care enough to be angry about Star Wars. And it's the same thing with me with Destiny 2 at this point. The only reason it's coming up for me right now, Destiny 2, is because of Marathon. But I haven't played Destiny 2. I don't watch Destiny 2 content creators anymore. I think I saw a video come on telling me that the Guardian games or something had happened, but I wasn't paying attention. So, for me, Destiny 2 has gone into the land of apathy. More people who've played Borderlands, if you ask them about Borderlands 3 versus 4, they're going to remember Troy and Tyreen. They're going to say they were annoying, you hated them. You'll remember details about Troy and Tyreen. But most people are not going to remember anything about the Timekeeper. They remember that girl. No one is going to remember. Like, so apparently, there was a new DLC that just came out for Borderlands 3. I have Crimson Desert on PC. My brother bought it for me. I played a little of it. I need to go back and play more of it because it's good. You want to know how I know nobody cares about Borderlands 4? You want to know how I know? Because nobody is talking about the fact that there was new Borderlands 4 DLC. The only person who made a video about it is Vera Dark. One person talked about it. And then because I saw Vera Dark's, the big Borderlands 4 content creators were talking about it. So it's like I got 2 more videos. But normally, you want to know how a game is big or small, or like what's going on is big, important or not, all right? It's when the non-part of the outside the community people are talking about it. So for example, right? You want Destiny 2. Whenever Bungie does something really stupid or really dumb, everybody talks about it. Hypnotic talks about it. Smash JT talks about it. Might come up on side scrollers. All the people who don't play Destiny 2 suddenly talk about it. Then you know that that's a big deal. If the people who aren't a part of the quote-unquote community start talking about it, you know it's a big deal. All right? When Borderlands 4 came out, Borderlands people were talking about it. Everybody was talking about it. Now, if this DLC was a big deal, other people would talk about it. Only one person did, Veradark. That's why not only do people not care about Borderlands 4, they don't care enough to get angry that you guys charged $30 for cheap-ass DLC. Like, there's not enough anger at Borderlands 4 for people outside of Borderlands 4 to even talk about it. That's how I knew. Oh, Marathon has slow. Yeah, everyone is. What is Marathon's player count? One sec. What is Marathon's player count? One sec. Okay. Let's see. Marathon player count. All right. So Marathon right now, it is a Saturday and it is almost 3 o'clock. That can't be right. They're at 28,000 players. They're at 28,000 players? Oh my god. Yeah, that game is dead. And the thing is, my opinion of Marathon isn't just that it destroys. I think extraction shooter, I mean, nobody has said this. There is less content in Marathon than in Crucible. There is less content in Marathon than Destiny 1's Crucible. Am I wrong? There is less content. Okay, you want to even be generous? Combine Crucible and Gambit. I agree with the people who said that an extraction shooter could have been added to Destiny 2. Yeah, it says 70%. It's 70% of their player base. They are so screwed. Bungie, what are you? The thing is, you want to know what? I'll tell you why they decided on you want to know why Bungie did an extraction shooter? It's because they're lazy. Okay? The most cheapest, simplest form of looter shooter is an extraction shooter. No story needed, no worlds, no variety. It is a cheap. There's less in Marathon than the free content you get in Destiny 2. You get more content to play Destiny 2 for free. And everybody knows that's BS nonsense. It's not free to play, it's free to try. I'm not even comparing Marathon to Warframe. Yeah, I'm dead. Ah, well. There is less content. Oh, there's definitely less content in Marathon than Halo. But there's less content in Marathon than Crucible in Destiny 1. You still have private matches in Destiny 1 Crucible. You still have SRL in Crucible in Destiny 1. I'll keep forgetting that. It doesn't exist in this game. There is less content in Crucible. I think adding an extraction shooter to Destiny 2 would have been much better than what they're doing. But then I think they made an extraction shooter because it's the ultimate high of laziness when it comes to looter shooter. Because you can do so much less work. How do you make a game? This is how you cut down all of the extra from Destiny 2 and cut it down to the bare minimum. I want to see it, but I'm going to wait at least a week just to... And the theater near me closed, so I'm going to have to go to the mall. Maybe I really wanted to go with one of my brothers. I agree. Everyone knew it. Several people have said the same thing. The Marathon should have been a part of Destiny. They should have made a Destiny 2 extraction shooter. I mean, they added Helldivers to Destiny 2, so what's an extraction shooter to Destiny 2? But no, they were lazy, and I mean, how did that game take them like 7 years to make or 6 years to make? A game is like 3 maps. It's like nothing. There we go. Don't mess with me, bro. Oh, wait. I need to do something. So, one thing, though, a lot of people don't know about... See? Auto sell rarity. So this is something also... I knew they were not going to put this in Borderlands 4, and they didn't put it in Borderlands 4, which absolutely sucks. That is the auto sell. So the auto sell means that everything blue and under, for me, doesn't even go into my inventory. I go here, I go... Watch. It just adds money to my... I love that. Auto sell automatically sells anything that is below a certain rarity. So all the greens, I just pick them up, and boom, they get sold. Wait, isn't Apex free? The thing is also, okay, why did it take so long and cost so much and so many people? Like, for real. What were they doing? You could have been doing Destiny 3. See? There is humor in this. Now, please, as I would say, you're making progress. Now, please put down the blowtorch. Wait a minute, Tannis isn't even in. Or is she? Like, there's still more of the crude Borderlands humor in Borderlands 3 than Borderlands 4. That you need in a Borderlands game. And the dark humor. And the just plain... None of that touchy-feely stuff. We don't want that. That has Tiny Tina. Alright, gonna kill the Manvark. Whatever you want. Let's do it. Wait, is that the one that keeps hatching a new one? Wait. But he did have good... Yeah. And again, you have to... Everybody knows who Troy and Tyrene are. Everybody knows who Troy and Tyrene are. Nobody cares about the Timekeeper. The Timekeeper is a boring villain. He's boring. Like, did you know there's a secondary form to him that actually looks pretty cool? The characters in Borderlands 3 are more memorable and more interesting and evoke more emotion in people than Borderlands 4. And that's important. The game has so many quality of life that even Borderlands 4 doesn't have. See, look at all the money going into my account because of that. The DLC was long. I'm hearing the new DLC for... And yeah, you know what? I know they overdid it with the exotics, but you know what? To hell with it. Come on. Who doesn't like some good orange guns all the time? I like the gun. The gun insanity. Right? I mean, look at this thing. I love this gun. I absolutely love this gun. And it's not even supposed to be a very good gun. I love this gun because it's both. It gets you through. I love this gun. This is like my go-to gun. Basically, Borderlands 3 had bigger splash and bigger notoriety and bigger importance and bigger memory and evoked more emotion and will probably have a bigger footprint than Borderlands 4. Yeah. Let's go sell some stuff. There was a... Wasn't there? Then Borderlands 4. And that's, I think, one of the most important things about Borderlands 3. So I'm just going to say it definitely is a better game. Even the story, with its horrible characters, is still better because you remember them. They all had personalities. Yeah, they were annoying. But you know what? I mean, I have joked with people, Ammo, you're just, without it, you're just a schmuck with a paperweight. Let's see, what am I going to get rid of? Why is there a blue? Ah. I'm not even playing Zane right now. I mean, the thing is, the small details about the loot, while they are important, right, and how they overdid it with the yellow, with the gold or the orange loot, right, and all of that. Those are all important details. The thing is, when it comes down to it, that's not something that the normies are going to care about, right? The regular normies are going to, they want a fun game with a fun story and all of that, right? Okay. 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 See? There aren't any, like, the character Rush is annoying. in Borderlands 4, but not in any way that's like matters, because he has no personality. The characters don't have any personality. Like Tannis. See? I mean, everyone can remember that. Later Superfan. Or it has more memorable lines, more memorable effort. I'm sorry, Troy and Tyreen are better villains than Borderlands 4. The enemies are better. The enemy variety is better. The story is better. The loot is better. I feel like I haven't played Diablo 2. I need to play it. I think I have it somewhere. Probably on Switch. I think I have it on Switch. Though the other game I do not understand, the hype for is Pocopia. Oh, they were definitely cringe, but at least they were cringe, which is more than Timekeeper is. As cringe as they were, if they had maybe better dialogue, they wouldn't be that cringe. But at least, again, the thing with them is they stand out. You hate them. Yeah. 4 made me really love 3. 4 made me like Troy and Tyreen. Oh, I agree. I totally agree. I like Troy. And in fact, there's a part where... And in fact, there's a part in Borderlands 4 where I thought there's a character that looks so much like Troy. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not Troy. And it's not Troy, but at first I thought it was Troy. And I was like, oh, they redeemed Troy, they brought him back. And then it's like, no, it's not Troy. Why isn't it Troy? Even though I knew he was dead, I was like, no, maybe somehow he survived. I thought maybe Troy had survived, and it was Troy, but no, it was not Troy. But that's the thing about them. It's that they are memorable characters. And that's the thing about Borderlands, is you need these over-the-top memorable characters. Like, Tannis stands out. Zed stands out. Marcus. Zed. Oh, yeah. No, I agree with you about the girl power thing. Oh, my God. They got rid of, like, if you go on that ship, it is just nonstop girl power, and it is annoying. I mean, they got rid of all the male characters. Right? They got rid of all the male characters. They got rid of... And my favorite character is Zed. And they got rid of Zed. And I get it. They didn't even bring Zed back. Now, the lore reason why Zed wasn't in Borderlands 3 was he was getting his medical license sorted out. But it would be nice if Zed came back. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, what you know, you've got Lilith, Tannis, Ellie, Moxie. It was just nonstop girl boss power thing. I totally agree with you on that. It was annoying. I wanted more male characters. And then the only male characters you got were gay. You know, all you have, what, you got Vaughn. But even Vaughn, as annoying as he is still, again, preferable to, I'm sorry, to anything in Borderlands 4. Lilith, Moxie, and Ellie. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. It was just all, I totally agree with you. Yes, that too. That makes actually, you know what, when I think about it, you're right. Yes. The only good male character was Zero. I completely agree. And yeah, Borderlands 4 feels like a down, and look, I actually thought that the world of, you know what? I just got tired of hearing about their relationship after a while in one of the DLC. But yeah, he's cool. I just got so tired of hearing him going, am I good enough for Winnie? Am I good enough for him? It's like, dude, shut up. You're fine. Just shut up, okay? We get it. You got pre-wedding jitters, but I don't really care since I'm dealing with undead Cthulhu monster demons from hell. So that got a little... Both, yeah, what's his name? Hammerlock was all like, am I good enough for Winnie? Wainwright was cool. I confused the two. Honestly, you want to know my biggest thing? I thought they were brothers. And that got so confusing. I thought Hammerlock and Wainwright were brothers. It took me a while to figure it out. Because Aurelian is Jacob's... So, Aurelian is... Oh God, I can't even remember. I keep confusing who's sibling. But at one point I thought they were siblings. Because I thought that because Aurelian was, I think, Hammerlock's sister, but she had inherited Jacob's estate. So I thought that she was Jacob's sister as well. So I thought Aurelia was the sister of Hammerlock and Wainwright, and it got so confusing. So I'm like, okay, there's no way they're a couple because that doesn't make sense. I'll also admit I didn't expect it. I'll admit I thought Hammerlock was that creepy gooner guy. Because in Borderlands 2, he spent the whole time at Moxie's. So I thought he was like a gooner kind of guy who spent his whole time staring at women. I mean, Moxie's... Okay, I got a question. But now I'm like, I'm cool with it. I just got tired of hearing about Hammerlock going on about how is he good enough for Winnie. Dude, shut up. You're good enough for Winnie. Shut up. I'm kind of busy dealing with, immortal Cthulhu monsters. But fine. You guys are good. I'm not a big romance person. But I got a question. Why is it all the hot dancers in Borderlands 4 guys? Look, I'm not saying I got a thing for the female. Okay, I'm not interested in women like that. I'm just saying that when you go into Moxie's, the only people dancing next to poles are guys. I'm kind of confused by that. It's Moxie's, right? Shouldn't... That's why, but I thought that that's why I was confused. So that's why I was confused, because I'm like, I didn't catch everything. So I was like, your sister stole Hammerlock, Jacob. So I thought they were all siblings. So that's what got me a little confused. I'm like, okay, so Hammerlock's sister inherited Jacob's estate. So she must be Jacob's. But if she's Hammerlock's sister and she's Wainwright's sister. That means, yeah, I got a little confused. So I'm like, okay, you guys, okay. I don't want to know. But then I understood. Like I said, I don't care. I'm not a big romance person anyway. I mean, I just found every now and then you get this long speech from Hammerlock about how, am I good enough for Weenie? I love Weenie. Okay, we get it. We get it. We get it. That's what I thought. She would have men and women dancing. So I went around the whole bar and there's just guys dancing, which I thought was really... So I thought that was odd. There's all guys. I steal all their money, of course, but I was kind of confused by that too because I thought Moxie was more into the you know what I don't want to know at this point. I'm confused. I just thought that was odd. But what do I know? You know, what do I know, right? Where's another catch a ride? I would have thought that too, but hey, what do I know, right? Okay, not my big deal. Not a big deal to me. I get to steal all their money anyway, and I'm okay with that. But, I mean, I will admit my favorite DLC was the most unpopular one. I like the Handsome Jackpot one. I think that one was much more interesting. It had more areas. I'll admit the Hammerlock Wedding one got really grindy after a while, where you were just fighting nonstop. Ugh. I got really, really tired of fighting the same enemies over and over and over again. I liked the casino setting for much, much more. But I know most people like... Yeah, I like the jackpot. That was my favorite. The wedding one got really tedious after a while. That one, I started it and I stopped midway through because I got so bored with the nonstop killing. It was just so tedious. And it was so, like, okay, then you gotta go over here, and then you gotta go over here, and it felt so fetch questy and so tedious. It was so tedious. Like, I finished the Handsome Jackpot one very fast. I enjoyed the Handsome Jackpot one. The Wild West one I liked too. It was the I said it was the Hammerlock Wedding one that just got so tedious. I like the setting for because you have the dinosaur one, the Japanese aesthetic. That one was cool. Cowboys, Japanese, and yeah, that one was cool. That one was cool. That was a unique setting. It was fun. I liked that. So I liked that one, and I liked the Handsome Jackpot one a lot. But I did not, like I said, it got so tedious. Yeah. Which was so there was the wedding one, and I even liked the Krieg one. That one was also pretty cool. The Krieg one was also pretty cool. Oh, and by the way, the guy who wrote the main game also wrote Borderlands 4. So just yeah. Yeah, same guy. I mean, even Vaughn. So yeah, it was the same people who wrote Borderlands 3, the main story, wrote Borderlands 4. Like I said, it's boring and predictable and tedious. Very tedious. Very tedious. It is so boring. I said you may hate the characters in Borderlands 3, but at least you hate them. Okay? You actually hate them. Versus Borderlands 4, you don't even hate them. You just don't care. You don't care about them. Like, and that's the thing. You don't want it safe. You want it to be like you want them to say all these inappropriate and edgy things, and just it's too safe. And I'm worried about GTA 6. Honestly, I'm very worried about GTA 6. I'm not pre-ordering it, and I'm not buying it on launch. I'm. See, this is one of the things I like. It's this refill ammo. I like Sanctuary. I think Sanctuary is very cool too. I think I'm supposed to be going to Sanctuary, right? I like Sanctuary. So yeah, that's why I'm curious to know. Like, I personally, if you were to tell me I have to pick a Borderlands game, right? And the game that I will keep playing after, right? Borderlands 3. I would choose Borderlands 3 over Borderlands 4. The DLC is better. The content is better. The gameplay is more fun. The characters, some of them are very annoying, but you know what? I prefer them being ridiculously annoying over boring. You hate Troy and Tyrene. You hate that girl, right? Timekeeper, I couldn't care less. You'd forget he existed even. Wait, so it's... See, I mean... I agree. Ava... That's why I still think the main problem is the dialogue. Like, you know what? They should have made Ava a boy. But then she wouldn't be a siren, so that's true. I mean... But still, there is still that touch of old Borderlands to it. Even though it's not Borderlands 2 level of... Yes. I said, Troy was definitely underutilized as a character because he's a boy. Which, I mean, that's one of the things that made Troy interesting. It's the fact that... That's one of the things that actually made Troy interesting. It's the fact that he was a male siren. And how he became a male siren is also pretty cool. And that's what I... Yes. I completely agree. Which is why I don't think it's the story. I still think it's the dialogue. That is the problem. What? Wait, he gave... Oh, come on. Wainwright! Now I gotta go freaking up. You know what? Let me just talk to him first. I swear, it better be worth it. Hammerlock, this gift better be worth it. You better be giving me some good stuff, alright? I also like the dinosaur with the... Dude! That's a shitty gun. This is for giving me a shitty gun. Okay, first off, is the gun at least elemental, alright? Okay, at least he gave me an elemental one. Alright, at least he gave me that. Okay. Alright. At least he gave me something with elemental powers. I'm not gonna... You know what? I take it back. It wasn't that shitty. Okay. Because I don't like guns that don't do elemental power. Elemental kills. Alright? That's the key thing for me, okay? Gotta sell some stuff. Because I gotta fully unlock everything all over again. It's my pack. Your number of items you carry in your... Yeah, I don't have enough. Damn. Sell some stuff. Okay. You know what? I feel the need to just diss Hammerlock right now. Alright? You know what? I'm just gonna do it. Nah. Anything that doesn't do elemental damage, it's not worth it. Alright? You need elemental damage. Already known. See, I mean, that's the other thing with Borderlands 3, okay? Everyone talks about Borderlands 3, right? One of the other things about Borderlands 3 is you get all of these cosmetics for free, okay? Once you buy the DLC, it's not like, okay, so I have to give them credit when it comes to Borderlands 3, okay? You're paying for the full game, right? You're paying for the DLC, right? Especially Borderlands 3. You're paying for the full game. Yeah, I just felt the need to diss him. Okay, you have to give them credit, okay? You're not buying any of the cosmetics. In fact, I'm not... Let me just see. I don't even think you can buy cosmetics. I think... let's see. Can you buy any cosmetics? Alright. Let's look at Borderlands 4. Because I bought the full thing. Because I was looking forward to Borderlands 4, so I was stupid. I bought... Alright. Borderlands 4. Okay. That came with it. So... That's... Okay. That's not a lot. It's not like... Okay, so there's no in-game... Okay. Let's see. Borderlands 3. Alright. There is no in-game shop for Borderlands 4. Okay? Like, it's not like you can... Okay, I'm being slightly corrected here. There are a few things you can buy. But when you think about it, when you compare Borderlands 3, right, which is a full-price game, and you compare Borderlands 3 to... to Borderlands, like, I'm comparing it to, like, Destiny. Okay? And the thing is, when you compare Borderlands to Destiny, which you pay $100 for Destiny, right? If you want the entire year of Destiny, you're paying $100. And then you have a ridiculously massive in-store shop, right? You don't have that in Borderlands 3. Okay? You have a ridiculous number of cosmetics in Borderlands 3. And you earn like 99% of it all. I have never played Flack, but I've heard he's very good. I have played Mose and I've played Zane. So right now I am playing Mose, but I played Zane. And I really like Zane. So I need to play Flack. I've heard good things about Flack. But, you know, when people talk about the cosmetics, see, people criticize Gearbox, right, for their greed and all of that. Borderlands 3... The DLC was cheaper. The DLC was big. Okay. The DLC was thorough. And you didn't buy the cosmetics. You got the cosmetics from Crazy Earl right over here. My favorite are the trinkets. Okay. You earn iridium in-game. And you earn them. So, Borderlands 3, for all of its flaws, is still a much better game than most games that we get out today. The microtransactions in Borderlands were not as Borderlands 3 were nowhere near what they are in Borderlands in any of the more modern games. I mean, Destiny 2, when you really think about it, it is an egregious mess. I mean, just think about it. You're paying $100 a year if you want all of the content. You're getting shitty, short, tiny DLC and a massive store where all the best stuff all right, Moxie? All right. I have a... All right, that's... Ooh, Moxie. Nice, Moxie. Very nice. I'm not gonna lie, that's very nice, Moxie. So, we don't say enough good things about Borderlands 3. Like just if you look at the amount of cosmetics I have in this game, I have that from just playing the game. Where is Zero? I don't know where Zero is. Oh, there he is. Probably on the lower level. Oh, I know where Zero is. In fact, I think I saw a YouTuber who was going over all of the characters in Borderlands, all the Vault Hunters, and he put Flak as number 1. Zane was number 2. He said that Zane was actually pretty bad when he first came out, but that they've improved Zane a lot. Where is he? Oh, there he is. All right, now I get to talk to Lilith. So I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna say Borderlands 3 is a much better game than we give it credit for. I think we're unfair to Borderlands 3, but you need to see something really bad to appreciate it. And compared to Borderlands 4, Borderlands 3 is so much better. Borderlands 2 is good. I like Borderlands 2. How well they play. That's what I heard. I don't remember him when I first started playing. I just wanted to play a different character. Let's do it. You know what, let me just... Yeah. We're gonna party. Alright, let's see. See, this thing is a beast. This thing is a beast. Absolutely. Look, that's only level 29. Moe's? Alright, well, Moe's is what I'm playing right now. And... I mean, just look at this gun. Okay? It is a beast compared to everything I have. Like, compared to everything I have, this thing is just a beast. It's like, I'm just going through all these, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna junk them all. Okay. Alright, then we're gonna go with a... And honestly, anything that does not do a weapon elemental damage is just useless. I'm sorry, but no. If you don't do elemental damage, you are useless to me. 100%, you're useless to me. You're useless. You need to do elemental damage, or you are just useless. That's it. You are useless. I've learned that once, especially once you get into mayhem mode, you need a, which I've done with Zane. You need you need elemental damage, or you are wasting your time. Which is why I'm finding 4 also so frustrating. I do not get elemental weapons in 4. I love the ship, even though it's a bit confusing at times to go around. I love having. I wish you could. I know people got mad at me. Normally, I'm not the type. Look, okay, look. Yeah, I just sold. Yeah, whatever. Okay. I'm not a big fan of what is it? Of like games like Animal Crossing. All right, I'm not a big fan of those games. On the other hand, and I'm not very good at decorating or any of that, like Fashion Frame and Warframe. But I do like being able to show off my accomplishments in player housing. And I was like, we should have player housing in Borderlands 4. And they're like, no, that's not the reason for Borderlands. I'm like, yeah, but I like to be able to show off what I've done. So I'll admit to being a fan of player housing. I mean, even in Warframe, where I'm not big on the Fashion Frame, I still like having player housing, which is like my zone in the game, where I can put my stuff and my floofs and my noggles and all of that, even though it looks like a mess. And I've got all those what is it? And I've got all those Ayaton sculptures everywhere. Come on, let's go. Let's go kill stuff. Let's do it. Okay. And I mean, at least you gotta say, I mean, at least we can say. And I'll admit, I have said multiple times things like, you know, Destiny Life from his Bandit Life. See, even Tannis, he's like, I should use the vernacular. It is go time. So even Tannis, I'm just yeah. I have played some of the pre-sequel. I hear Tim. I've never played as Tim. He's a very good character to play. I played a lot of the pre-sequel as. I played the pre-sequel as Claptrap. So I have Crimson Desert. Though I have to ask people, what's the big deal with Pocopia? I've played it. I haven't gotten very far in it. I got convinced to get Pocopia, okay? And I regret getting Pocopia. Everyone was like, it is an amazing game. We love Pocopia. And I'm like, what? And so I'm like, all right. Give me that. Come back. Sometimes you just have to kill them. And so I've played Pocopia a little bit. I've never played Persona 3, I'll admit. So I don't know why it's not behaving, but I wish I can help you, but I'm afraid I don't know anything about it. I'll just say this about Pocopia. Pocopia is basically Baby's first PAL world. That's it. It's Baby's first PAL world. It sucks. It's cheap. It's lazy. It's nowhere near as good. It is nowhere near as well as as Pal World. To make it you random. I'll admit, it's not exactly my genre of game. I'm going to die. Unless I... Die, woman, die. Yeah. Yay, you died, woman. Thank you for dying, woman. You pissed me off. Okay. Don't go easy. Please, Habibi, do not go easy. I really appreciate you not going easy, because if you went easy, I would be bored. Okay? Yeah, I'm like the last person to play something like Persona. Like, I played Pokopia because people I work with were like, oh, it's a great game, you're gonna love it. And one guy was like, yeah, I can't put it down. And I'm like, all right, everyone online is saying Pokopia is good. Everyone I know is saying Pokopia is good. And I played and I'm like, why? I am not buying Tamagotchi Life. Even though the whole yeah. I love RPGs. Yeah, that's a rare thing these days. Females are usually just written as dudes. I mean, at least they look like females in Borderlands. Tannis looks like female. Moxie looks female. You know, at least they didn't make them into frumpy, fat, ugly woman. I'm just gonna say, I mean, even the guys aren't unattractive, which is not a bad thing. I'm saying it's a very good thing. You know, we all want our eye candy. Just saying. Not gonna complain. Give me a vehicle. Give me the car. Give me the car! Never mind, you won't let me take the car. Fine. Stupid jerk. What about me? I want a car. Okay. The toast. You need to... the thing is, you need... Like, okay. All right. So there's a show that I got into, and I keep going into it because I really love the show. And that is called Cold Case. It's not a documentary. It's fictional stories of cold cases. And the main character is a female detective. She's like the only female on the homicide department. Okay? She's female. She's a female homicide detective. She's the only one in her precinct who's a female homicide detective. And everyone at first was like a little leery because she's the first female homicide detective. Anyway, she ends up taking on cold cases. And what makes her such a great character is they don't hide her femininity. Her femaleness is what actually makes her such a good detective in the show. They used her strengths, her compassion, her empathy. When she talks to people, right? So she has a team of like 2 other detectives who work with her, solving cold cases, right? And they show how they're not even doing it on purpose. Keep in mind, they're not even doing it, but the characters are so well written that they each have their own type of style when they interrogate people, and she uses what makes her female as a tool in interrogating people and getting them to talk to her more than other people will talk to her, because she shows compassion and, you know, empathy and all those female traits that make her female. So she stands out, and they use it as a strength for her as a female detective, because keep in mind, these are old cold cases. So a lot of it is like 50s. Some of them are very, very old. So it's not like So she's smart. It's not like she's a bad detective. She has strengths in other areas of being a female detective. But one thing that really helps her and made her stand out is they didn't hide her femaleness. They used it and made her into a strong character because of it. And she does her, and it's great because it shows that she uses her female strength, what makes her uniquely female, as a skill to help her be a better detective. Of course, it's an old show, which is why it doesn't turn away or hide from the fact that she's a woman. And so she earns people's respect because she talks to people and she gets them to tell. Yeah, I'm done. There's no way. There's nothing in the area to get. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. And so you can't write female character. Like I said, there are always exceptions, right? There are always exceptions, and like I'll admit it, I'm not the most emotional female, like, but it's still good that's why it's such a good show, because it doesn't make her unbelievable. It doesn't make her unrealistic. They make her a really good female character. I mean, you can have strong female characters. Just being a strong female character isn't making you a man. And they seem to forget a lot of that. Though I'm very disappointed. Nobody at DE has noticed my comments about the corpus in Star Trek. That was a lot of fun. And just go back now and rewrite everything better. I have thousands of pages. Okay, that sounds like fun. Let's do it! Alright. Let's go kill something. That's what I'm here for. Bring it on. Move! I don't want to blow you up, kid. I mean, one of my favorite characters was Tiny Tina. And then they destroyed her in Tiny Tina's Wonderland. That was just a nightmare. It was just so overdoing it. Where is... I mean, even adding crazy female psychos. I'm sorry, but why are there psychos on... the enemies are just terrible. The enemies in Borderlands 4 are just terrible. That's it. There's no other word for it. They're just terrible. They're boring. Most of them are the same thing. Most of them are robots. You know, even the MOAs in Warframe have cute personalities. Right? I like the MOAs in Warframe. Kai always gives them names. Drives everyone nuts. Why don't they use robots in Starfleet? I mean, they have androids, but why not simple robots like MOAs? Combat robots. Another thing the Corpus can sell the Federation. That's actually interesting. Of course, you know what the woke tards would now call that. Her egg needs to be cracked. And she needs to accept who she really is. A boy. She's not really female. Yeah, you guys suck. She needs to embrace her true self by medicating herself. Good idea. Of course I do. Because that's the only believable reality. All right. No, because no women who do men's stuff or try to, no, they're just really men. Yeah. By their logic, because I work in a warehouse, my egg needs to be cracked. Don't get me started. Anyway. Ah, well. I mean, at least one thing can be said with... I played video games all last weekend, and it was fun. Mostly I was playing Gunfire Reborn. I've gotten really into that. It's better on PC, because they did not add all of the DLC for that game. See, she just was, yeah, I can understand her wanting to do that. Because that is a good story arc, because it but you know what, though? Sorry, I have to sneeze. Okay. The story isn't that she needs to embrace that she's male. It's the story is she needs to become stronger and accept who she really is. But hey. That was simple. Sorry about that. Okay, I can't do that. All right. Oh, wait. That's why. What is this? Is there loot? I hope there's loot. Thank you. Because, so, the thing with that is, first off, it kind of diminishes... The sad part is, right, it diminishes what women actually went through. They go on about femininity and all that stuff, and women and all that, but then they diminish the accomplishments of women. To call Joan of Arc, for example, non-binary is to take away from her what she was, which was a woman. And a woman who is facing difficult times. You're pretending... I'm not a big, crazy feminist. But on the other hand, don't deny that there are times when women had things difficult. So you're pretending that instead of, when you change a character, right? You're pretending that the actual real struggles of women didn't exist. I'm not saying there are now. Like, I don't understand this whole thing. We need to show girls that they can do everything and boy can do. Yeah, they were showing that to me long time ago. Okay? There's not anything new. So is there a struggle to be a woman now? Well, other than the fact that there's a lot of other stuff going on, not really. Women can do anything if they really want to and work hard for it. And not use their I'm a woman card, but show that they can do it. I mean, I work in a warehouse, okay? I work in a warehouse, okay? I'm the only woman who works in a warehouse. I'm the only woman who has lasted in that job as long as I have. Every other woman who's done the job has left. Other than my supervisor, who she does more job outside of the warehouse now. But yeah, okay? You're taking from women. I mean, these people would start labeling me because I'm playing a first-person shooter as stuff I am not. Just because, oh my god, girl don't play first-person shooters. Yes, girl can play first-person shooters. Okay? Right? Okay. Hey, what do I know, right? And you can't even be like, oh, well, you just do it for attention and live streaming. Yeah, I spent last weekend playing a first-person shooter all weekend. It's just so much fun. This is so much fun. I just played video games all weekend. That's what, you know what, the perfect weekend for me is just to turn on my PS5 or my PC. Because I'll tell you, Gunfire Reborn is a lot better on PC. I got this cool gun. I keep forgetting the name of it, but it's like a crossbow. And it's not on PlayStation. Because most of the DLC, and there's this little fox character. It's like a little girl fox, right? And she's got one of the strongest attacks. Yeah, we all did. Now they're all that's why one of the reasons why I find the whole thing dangerous, because you're telling girls to hide what makes them female and feminine, and you're making them ashamed of it. And then you go, I wonder why girls don't want to be girls anymore. Because you're making your every female character is basically a boy. All right? They're hiding their chest, they're hiding everything about them that makes them female. Captain Marvel, no chest to speak of. And then you go, I wonder why girls don't like having chests. Yeah, because you're making women think that the only way you can be a strong girl is if you're not a woman. If you hide what makes you a woman and all of that. And that's why the whole thing strikes me as very, very dangerous, because I can see it. I can see all these girls growing up and seeing, okay, what makes you female you should be ashamed of. You should hide it. You should take shots and drugs and stuff to hide it. And it's like, no. We had a lot of strong, great female characters that were female, that were feminine, that were women, that were pretty, then were not ashamed of what made them women. Okay? But we're also strong characters. And you're taking that away from little girls now, and then you go, I wonder why so many girls are getting surgery on their chests. I wonder why they're taking injections to hide what makes them feminine. Yes, because you're making women and girls ashamed of what makes them female. It's wrong. Ooh, that's just... See, I told you, this gun is my favorite. I love this gun. This thing just melts enemies. It's like when I use anything else, it can't come even close to this beauty. I need to get a higher level one. Where the hell did I get this thing from? Because I'm going to have to farm that boss and get a newer, higher level one. And the thing is, like I said, when I was a kid, all right, nobody told me, oh, you can't play video games. Nobody told me you can't be a scientist. Nobody told me you can't go into this or do that. No one ever told me that. And now we're saying, oh, well, if you're a girl who likes this, then you're not really a girl. Well, what do you got to say about me? Like, I don't own a single dress. Okay? I just own cargo pants. The only female thing I own is my scarves. My game library. Yeah. I don't mind the. So yeah, that's why I got a serious problem, because you feel it. Like, you feel it. You can't help it. You feel this shame of being female. This embarrassment of being feminine. I said, I'm surprised people haven't come after me and be like, "But you playing first-person video games?" Yes, I am. Give me guns. Give me loot. Where's my loot, dude? Where's my loot? Ooh. But that's for Zane. I don't need that. That's for Zane. Okay. Maybe. Nah, Zane, I have Zane at Mayhem 10. There's no point for me to get anything from her. Her stuff is useless for me. Yeah. Look at this thing. Look, just look at this thing. Okay, maybe that was a little. Oh. Die, dude. No. If you didn't. Oh, for God's sake. What did I say about warning me in advance? You don't give me. Let's get this. That's stuck in my head. Oh, great. Look, I was a fan of the A-Team. All right. I'm gonna die. I was a fan of the A-Team. Massive fan of the A-Team. That was my thing. The A-Team, okay? That's all I want. The A-Team. We didn't have a lot of TV when I was a kid, so A-Team. A-Team was my thing. I wanted to be Murdoch as a kid. Alright? Alright, give me a couple minutes. Let me just do this. Oh, so I do not have to. Never. Ah, shoot. So I do have to. Alright, I gotta go. Just grab some health. And let me grab that guy and then I'll head out. But no.
How are you going?
You have to give me a couple minutes. You didn't give me any warning.
I told you I'm coming home.
لما قلت لي حاجة خالص وأنا على الإنترنت.
I am on my way.
No. Dad أنا على الإنترنت.
هتخلصي امتى؟
5 دقايق بس أنا على الإنترنت. Alright. Okay, I gotta go. Yeah, A-Team was the best. A-Team was my favorite of all things. Alright, maybe. I know, May. What is it, May? Why are you so sad, Mimi? Why are you sad, Mimi? Okay, did he send me a message? Alright. Alright, I gotta go. Alright, I'll probably play some more Borderlands tomorrow. Because Borderlands is fun, and I just want to talk gaming. That was fun. You know what? I'm just gonna say this. That was fun. Just talking gaming. That was badass. That's what I want to do. Just play video games, talk gaming. That's what I want to do. Alright.